Kelsey Mitchell, starting guard for the Indiana Fever, is and has always been the best guard for the Indiana Fever this season. Not feeling it? Go argue with your mother. Kelsey Mitchell is in a unique situation. This is a contract year for her. The star guard, the hooper, the baller is in a contract year. And a little bit about Kelsey, she went to The Ohio State University for 4 years and played women's basketball. Was drafted in 2018 by the WNBA, second overall, right? So why is it that the best guard on the team, the best field shooting, the best three-point shooter, the lowest amount of turnovers, the lower plus or minus, why is that guard not getting the full minutes? Because when I looked at and ranked the guards in the league, all the guards by minutes, Arike was first and Caitlin Clark was second. And I said, this is starting to explain all the rumblings from in the house about the players not being happy. So people are speculating that Kelsey Mitchell will likely walk and that Indiana won't re-sign her. And I'm thinking to myself, if Indiana does not re-sign Kelsey Mitchell, welcome to Atlanta. The 404 will be happy to have you. We need a solid, consistent guard who's a shooter with low turnovers. And that is the difference. That is one of the differences. In addition to the best field shooter, in addition to the best three-point shooter, and in addition to the lower plus or minus, Kelsey Mitchell is better at keeping the ball. Caitlin Clark currently, I think, sits at 155 turnovers. And that's about an average of 5.5 a game, whereas Kelsey Mitchell is only like 1.8 a game. And for those of you that don't understand basketball, I say this in the comments all the time. Shooters shoot. As a shooter, you don't just rack up assists. You rack up assists if there's an issue with your shooting. That's usually how that works. So you have someone like Kelsey Mitchell, you put the ball in her hands, you know what you're going to get. So why would the Indiana Fever not re-sign that person? Well, it could be for the same reason why Caitlin Clark, who's not the best guard on the team, plays more minutes than the actual best guard on the team, who is Kelsey Mitchell, because the priority is not to win games. The priority is there's an agenda, okay? Now, this agenda might not involve racial bias and it might not involve homophobic behavior, but it could involve a marketing strategy which encompasses the other two. So if they let her walk, please come to Atlanta. I hope she sees this. I really and truly hate that your skill set was downplayed there or kind of hidden a little bit and wasn't talked about as much, because as the best guard on the team, Kelsey Mitchell, you deserve your flowers. And there is a WNBA team who would be happy to have your services. So I hope that it works out in Indiana. But if not, in Atlanta calls, welcome to the 404. Now, this entire situation has leapt into a third layer. First layer, revealing the truth, was Lexi Hall. Why have they been hiding her? We know they have been hiding her on the bench, but why? The second layer, Kelsey Mitchell not getting the most minutes because she's the best guard, whether it's going to a guard with high turnovers who's not the best guard. And third, well, we have family members talking out on social media, and that's never a good thing. Nalissa Smith's brother basically has been tweeting and has said, trade my sister. It seems like they are all fed up with the sham that's taking place in Indiana to prop up Caitlin Clark and sacrifice the other players so that this agenda to make Caitlin look like the best player on the team, which is not the case, come to fruition or be believable. I'll say it that way. So after All-Star, the Dallas Wing gained 2 investors. And I don't know if it's because they saw Arike shoot the lights out in the All-Star game or if they like the popularity that they're seeing. So I'm going to go with they realized Dallas has a good thing and that the WNBA has a good thing. And the only thing that was missing all along was marketing. And Dejanay Carrington mentioned this recently when Connecticut played the Sparks in Boston in a sold-out TD Garden. The game wasn't, 1, advertised, and 2, it wasn't available to the public on networks like CBS, ABC, even Prime Video. It was through some weird subscription that most people don't have. And that is the problem. And if Dallas Wings can get new investors in leagues like Overtime Elites, the Big Three, even Unrivaled, can drum up interest and attract viewers and fans just out of nothing, why is it that the WNBA, who has had all the leeway in terms of time, because it's been well over 20 years and more capital than all 3 of the leagues aforementioned together, why can't they get it right and learn how to advertise? Or is it a choice not to advertise? I Either way, it's not fair for players like Kelsey Mitchell and Arike Ogunbowale, who are immensely talented and athletically gifted in the game of basketball. For either of them, it's not fair for either of them to be downplayed and tucked away or hidden and not talked about in favor of a marketing strategy that props up a less than skilled basketball player. Now, I don't know whose idea this was, but it's bad business. It's the best way to ruin a good product or a good brand, because the message you are sending to 143 of 144 players is only Caitlin Clark is marketable. The rest of you are not. And I'm sure that's not the message the league intends to send. And some of you need to go apologize to Cheryl Swoops, who is a legend in the game of basketball and knows talent when she sees it, because she was absolutely correct. I even said it after I saw Lexi shoot the lights out, that Lexi Hall and Kelsey Mitchell should be the 2 starting guards for the Indiana Fever. Any guard in the game of basketball with turnovers in excess of 155 in one season alone, whose name is not Caitlin Clark, would surely be benched. I'm sure a lot of players are wondering why Caitlin Clark is not coming off the bench due to excessive turnovers. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Please be respectful. We can all have different opinions.